Yo, what up, Ree here? Ree back again. Thanks for joining me, guys. Much love. I appreciate all of you. Thank you so much for watching, and especially all the new subscribers too. I'm just, I'm just one person who really loves the occult, studies the occult, and is doing this now full time, and that's it. You know what I mean? Just like anybody else. So, these are just my thoughts. Like, let's start off with this. Does life imitate art, or does art imitate life? So, age-old question, right? What do you guys think? Have you ever thought about something or someone and it happened, or they called? Have you ever dreamt about something and then it happened? Have you ever thought about something and then you saw it later on? Or maybe you were afraid to do something and then you found out later there was some kind of accident down the road that could have happened, and if you were there, it would have happened to you. I'm sure we've all kind of experienced certain things like that, where it comes from the subconscious and then it plays itself out. Now, for those of you who are artists, have you ever drawn something and had it happen? Now, have you ever, for those who are into visualization, have you ever made a board where you could visualize what you want, like a vision board, in order to manifest that? Well, that's what happens with art as well. And I'm going to tell you my experience with that. And I also, because a lot of people notice this happening with celebrities as well, there'll be something that will be played out in their music video, and then later on in their life that would happen. Now, there are a lot of things that are just staged. Like everything, I do believe that everything in the entertainment industry is staged, because I was in it. So I kind of understand how it works. So that's kind of why I'm not. But some things I want you to understand, that this is how powerful you are, and you can create your own reality. And this is one of the ways to do it. Now, for example, I'm a rapper, in case you didn't know, and I had a song. It's called Good Without You, and I put it out around this time last year. I finally put it out. Now, I had the song for a very long time. Now, this was going to be my hit, so my next hit. So I was kind of waiting for distribution, and then I finally put it out. But that's a whole other story on my own. But this song was about domestic abuse. Now, I had been through that previously, and that's why I wrote the song about it, because I wanted women and other people to understand that I understood what they went through, and that you can see a light at the end of the tunnel, because the last verse was about getting through it and being even better than you were before. Now, for some reason, because I was already on the vibe, and I mean, if you're already on the vibration and you are on the vibration if you're creating art about it, right? And that's kind of how some people and most of us artists deal with our own trauma. We create art about it. But what I'm saying is, this is a cautionary tale to be careful what you create the vibration of, because everything we do that we play out, the universe doesn't know the difference, right? So back to my story. I decided out of nowhere, because of all the circumstances kind of lined up for me, to just shoot the music video. Now, in the video, I used my own condo. In the video, I ended up, I wake up on the floor. I'm going to try to post it here.
I have to leave, no longer can I stay with you, with you, with you. Whoa, what the hell did I wake up to? I'm in need of an e-pill just to X you. Can't believe who I've been sleeping next to. Hands up my sleeve, I ain't playing with you. Done enough damage and broken enough bones. Told you last time, one more time I'm gone. Told me it's my fault, I told you you're grown. Control your emotions, on better off alone. Sorry, don't cut it right now. Look at my black eye, the blood running down. Listen, the neighbors just called the police. Seen this on the...
And then I'm waking up and then I'm kind of like this, all sore. Like you could see that something happened. There was a domestic abuse situation in my music video. I wake up from it. I go to the washroom. I'm bleeding. All these things are happening. My place is totally flipped out. Now they used my own place. So they kind of made it look, staged it all like that. So it looked all flipped over and everything. And that was really freaky for me to see.
Raindrops are falling down my face.
See, actually, in my own place. So it's not like I rented a place or anything. So that was my own condo. So it's kind of freaky seeing that. So then I can't remember the exact day. Probably it was in the fall that I shot the music video. So in the fall of 2018, I shot the music video. And the crazy part is, after that, I shot the music video. I met someone not even, probably a month. No. Yeah, probably about a month after, not even. I met probably September, and then I met them in November, who ended up being very, like, doing those exact same things to me that were in my music video in my condo. This happened after I shot the video, so you could say like less than 6 months later, it actually happened. And so these are the same principles. This is why rituals are usually acted out like you have a lot of energy, and you can see rituals played out like if they're, I'm not saying rituals that are negative or anything like that, but I'm like using energy. A lot of dance is involved. A lot of playing out scenarios are involved. Like feeling the energy, like taking the energy of the character, becoming the character, right? So me playing all that out is what led to it happening. And because I was so invoked in the character of that happening, that I sent that vibration out. And I sent the vibration of being the victim of this, so it found the equal opposite of that to victimize me. So how you feel is what you're going to attract. So it's the same principle as having that vision board. It's the same principle as putting that up there, or meditating and visualizing, seeing yourself doing exactly and being exactly who you want to be. Now it can work for the negative, and that's how powerful we are. But we always attribute these things to something outside of ourselves because we don't realize our own power. So we want to say, oh, it's a devil, it's an entity, something is after me, all of this, instead of realizing, hey, you're that powerful that you can manifest anything. It can be good for you, or it can be the opposite of it and not good for you, right? But at the same time, in the end, these things can be good for you because of the lessons you learn. So I'm not saying one is good or one is bad, but it isn't necessarily something that you would want to go through. So don't play it out. Don't act out. Don't, it's the same as when you're talking to yourself. Always be positive with the way you speak to yourself in your mind, because those things are creating your reality around you. If you're always telling yourself you're broke, you're going to be broke. You're putting that frequency out, that vibration. And because you're doing that, you're going to notice everyone around you is the same way. You're attracting nothing but people who are broke as well. So it's having an abundant, it's having the mindset, the frequency, putting that out, acting that out, being the person that you actually want to see in the future as well. So, and being careful of what we put out into the universe, because this is very strong. This is very strong. And there's a lot of misinformation about that, because they don't want you to realize that you are the one in control that is creating your own reality. Because if you say, oh, it's this person, or it's somebody after me, or it's a devil, whatever, that takes all your power away. So as equal as I could create such a horrific scenario, I can equally do the opposite, where I have nothing but freedom, which is what happened to me after I learned the lesson. But if you're more careful, and especially if you're a rapper or anybody or an artist, make sure what you're putting out, what the frequency of what your lyrics are, what you're saying about yourself. Like, that's why a lot of rappers who end up talking about, like murder, all these things, and death and all these things, it actually does come to them. So whatever you ask for will come to you, and you will create that reality, because words are very powerful. Our language is what's setting everybody back, because we don't have the true definitions of our language as well. So that's also something to be careful of. Always research the actual meaning of the words that you're speaking, because it might not be what you think it is. But anyways, that's just my video, and I love y'all. Thank you so much for watching, and all right, easy.